On any night of the week in the Geelong region, over 40 people sleep rough, and well over 1,500 people don't have a place to call home. Through Salvo Connect, the Salvation Army works with homeless families and individuals, providing a safe environment and helping them reconnect with the community. Raising awareness about homelessness is one of the most important things we can do, giving the community opportunity to help. Homelessness can be difficult to recognise and understand. We asked one of our community supporters, players from the Geelong Supercats, for their thoughts on homelessness.
People don't realise how many people are affected by it. It's people that, it's not just families, it's all the young people involved, it's older people, people that are in their pensions, and it's something that affects every single generation.
I don't think that homelessness has a face, a certain look, a character. I think it could be anyone.
It can strike anybody anytime, and life circumstances can cause that, so it could be the young, the old. It really doesn't have any preference.
A place like Geelong, which you think wouldn't have too many homeless people on the streets, people need to be wake up call on that.
Tell us, how did you become homeless?
Basically the same as a lot of people, I suppose. I was just renting along and lost my job. The company I worked for lost their contract and 173 people became unemployed. For probably 3 to 5 months, I suppose, we were able to survive on savings and pay rent out of savings and all that sort of stuff, but eventually that dried up and just couldn't afford to rent anymore.
And you've got a family, you've got a partner, kids. What was the impact like on those guys?
Look, that was probably the biggest thing for me. If I was by myself and I lost my job and I couldn't pay my rent, then I can sleep in a car and that, but it's almost impossible to have a wife and 3 kids living in a car. So it was something that we just couldn't entertain.
Yeah. Tell us, how long have you been homeless?
18 months, 2 years, this time round, yeah.
And can you remember what happened?
Breakdown of relationship.
Okay. At the moment, you're just living rough on the streets?
Yeah.
And you keep in contact with these services to try and help him move forward? Yeah.
Well, you have to. You can't live on the streets forever.
And 2 years, you've said you've been pretty much living rough. Always in Geelong, or have you?
Always in Geelong.
From July to December last year, nearly 1,500 people from the Geelong region contacted Salvo Connect for support. Currently, Salvo Connect have over 250 people on the waiting list for housing.
If a friend of mine or someone I knew was having trouble and looked like they might be facing that, my advice would be to speak up, because I think sometimes pride can take over and people are only too willing to help.
If I knew someone that had got themselves into an awkward situation and had recently become homeless, I think that I'd certainly be pushing them towards organisations such as Salvo's.
So did you know of the services and what was available if it ever happened to you?
Not when it happened, no. As the time, obviously we had a date with the real estate agent that we had to be out of the property, and as things were getting bleaker and bleaker and grimmer for us, we started to explore more options, and realistically there was nothing out there that told us what to do. It was just sort of, we know the Salvation Army help people in situations like this, so we just gave them a call. Were you aware of the system and the support service when initially it happened?
No, not really. It was just a case of around sort of free food places. And
so it was a fair shock to you?
Yeah. Had to learn real quick.
Real quick, I would, yeah. And there's a support network out there though, like you guys, I know a couple of you guys, and you seem pretty close and stick together.
Yeah, we stick together, that's for sure. We have to.
And your health, mate, how do you look after your health? You just battle through winter?
Just battle, mate, that's all you can do. You just do the best you can to stay warm, dry and fed. I know myself, I've been a lot crooker than I have been in the past. My wife suffers badly and she's been really bad over the last 5 or 6 months since this has all gone on, which hasn't helped things. And the kids, kids are kids, and they'll adapt and they'll see the bright side of anything.
Of the 1,500 people in the Geelong region who contacted Salvo Connect, we could only help 366 and were forced to turn away over 1,000 people due to a lack of resources and funding.
Can you see a light there at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah, you have days where you do and days when you don't,
Yeah.
Something falls into place and you think, yeah, things to look after.
6 months ago all we could see was just this big empty hole. We've got into some crisis housing at the moment, little 3-bedroom place, but to us it's a mansion after what we've been through in the last sort of 4 to 5 months. Now we can see, you know, a pinprick of light, pinprick of light at the end of that tunnel, and it's just made everyone, their spirits have been lifted.
What do you miss? Like, you know, I know everyone love to have a home, but is there something that's kind of that misses in your life?
You're having a home.
Yeah.
Being able to be settled, you know,
Yeah.
so you can put yourself back together, you know.
You reckon that's the key aspect, is that being settled, like?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, you work, you know, you take a bit more pride in yourself as a whole.
I'm certainly aware that homelessness is a big issue in Geelong, and it's something that the whole community needs to get behind and help be part of the solution.
The more people that are aware of it, the more people can do.
Salvo Connect needs your help to improve this service and support more people. On Saturday, November 10, join us as we walk the talk. Visit www.walkinghome.org.au and register your support to help raise awareness and understanding of homelessness in the Geelong region.